often it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen.
And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the toss, here's Allen. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And the ball is knocked out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up, could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Moore. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to run with.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a toss play. Allen. They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll drop the throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The quick slant caught. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On third down, Sims. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They can't stop us, baby.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll run here with Sims. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Allen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. That first down run, here's 2nd and 2. They hand off to their big tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Out of the gun now on third down. Forced out to his left. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Check 50, check 50.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now they run with Sims. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll look to throw here. He gets it to Cooks.